Hello, everyone. Welcome to your love reading for the second half of July from the 16th all the way through the 31st. Before we get into the actual reading, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the lineup changes moving forward. So if you want to just head on over to the main reading, I will timestamp it down below. You can go ahead and skip this section if you're not interested in listening. All right, guys, so let me just talk a little bit about what's going on. So I did announce recently that I will be deleting my Patreon page. And the reason why I am doing that is because I recently just started a new job as a cake decorator, which is something that I've actually done for many, many years. But, with the pandemic and everything that happened, I actually had a baking business that didn't survive the pandemic. And so I was doing that at the same time that I was doing my YouTube channel. And so once that baking business phased out and I had an LLC and everything going on, and it was just costing way too much to continue having the LLC without actual sales going on during the pandemic. And so basically I was forced to end that business. And so I was in the midst of really getting rid of a lot of bakery supplies and pans and things of that nature. And one of my dear friends from years ago, they actually own a baking business and offered me a job as a cake decorator. And so I love it. And it's definitely taking up a lot more of my time throughout the week. So part of the lineup changes moving forward is I will, of course, still do the love forecasts for the first half of the month as well as the second half of the month, but we are going to basically be getting rid of the extended readings. So what you see on YouTube will be a full reading, and there will be no need to head on over to Patreon to watch the extended. It was just a lot of work to have to produce 24 videos every 2 weeks, and just, with the schedule change and a brand new job, that's just not something I'm going to be able to sustain. So first half of the month, second half of the month, every zodiac sign will receive a full reading moving forward. And for those who have purchased membership on Patreon, since I'm going to be closing down the Patreon page as of July 31st, I didn't feel the need to separate the videos, and so therefore you can definitely watch the entire reading here on YouTube and no need to head over to Patreon to watch the extended. Alright guys, so for those who did end up purchasing a Patreon membership, thank you so very much for your love and support there. It's definitely much appreciated, guys, more than you will ever know. But as a result of this change, I'm just not able to continue to do that and just don't have enough time in the day or the energy to be able to put forth that same effort and be able to give you guys quality readings. So moving forward, as I've mentioned, I'm just going to go ahead and do the 12 first half as well as the second half. And then we're doing a lot more live streams throughout the week. Well, when I say a lot, it's 2 live streams per week. The ones on Wednesdays are Super Chat Wednesdays, where it really gives folks the opportunity, a chance to get a mini live reading for a super chat, at least a minimum super chat of $9.99. And so if that's something that you're interested in, to be able to book a reading during the live stream, you can get it at a discounted rate rather than booking it on my website, since many readings range from $35 to $75 on my website. So it's definitely a lot more economical and gives you advice. And it's just a mini reading, so it's not a longer reading like what you could book on my website for the more expensive readings, but just a quick glimpse into your situation. So that's on Wednesdays, and moving forward, we're probably going to start doing it at 3 as compared to the 2 p.m. time slot that we've done previously. And then we're still trying to determine the other day and time for the second live stream for the week. So I'll go ahead and announce that as soon as I'm able to figure out my schedule. And you can always check my community tab here on YouTube as well as on my Instagram page if you follow me there. All right, guys, so I think as far as that, I think that's as far as all the changes. And then I'll try to definitely get the intuitive channeled messages posted every Friday like I have. But that might also actually end up changing more than likely to Sunday since I work a full day on Friday. So I'm just kind of now thinking about it, and we're probably going to have to switch that day since I'm tapped out. Like, this is a very hands-on, on your feet all day type job. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's something I'm very passionate about, but it's exhausting, you know, having to just get back into that grind of waking up early, having a full day of work for it's a part-time job, but it's definitely a full day of work for several days out of the week. All right, guys, so that's the change that's happening, and let's get right into your zodiac reading for the second half of July. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your reading for the second half of July. So I will be pulling from these two decks to get things started, the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive and the Mardi Gras Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And I think I'm actually going to reverse that order here. I'm just feeling it for you, Sag. So let's grab some insight, okay, as to what's going on for you and the person that you're thinking about. Okay, general advice as always. So please keep that in mind throughout the reading. And only take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. All right, Sagittarius, angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know here for you? And this card is wanting to fly off my desk, which is an awakening. Isn't that interesting? So maybe there's somebody here that's either going through this, or Sagittarius, it could even be you that's going through your own awakening and coming to your own realizations about either a situation, a person. It doesn't necessarily have to just be about your love life. It could be about so many other things. Okay, so let's grab a couple more cards and see. Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. Look, Revelation, the card after that is divine timing. So it seems here that either you've gained clarity about a person, or as I've mentioned, a situation, or in time, things will clear up. You will be able to have a better understanding through this revelation, or something will be revealed to you in time. The truth will come out. Wow, that's pretty telling. So let's grab some advice here from tarot. I will be pulling from my TANIELU tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Sagittarius, second half of July. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, so it comes down to divine timing. So if you're feeling impatient about maybe your love life, in order to see something unfold, in order to find something out, or for something to be revealed, it's going to take some time. So I feel this is so very much like a temperance card type energy, you know, and the temperance card is all about balance. It's about patience. And this requires patience right here. Now look at the first card. We've got the Two of Cups. True love, union, a partnership, a love connection. In time, you will find something out about this person that is in your heart, or in time, through divine timing, you will be able to find this love. If, for example, you are in between relationships, if you are single right now, Sagittarius, through this awakening, you will find the love that you are looking for. Now, this is really interesting, guys. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. So, Knight of Wands, adventurous as we can see. So the significant part of that, now some of you could also be cross-watching for a Sagittarian who happens to be a divine masculine, or whoever occupies that masculine energy, can be a man or a woman. So the Knight of Wands can sometimes be the type of person who is non-committal. You know, maybe they're just playing with your affections. Maybe they might have promised you a future in love and romance, but maybe that didn't pan out, or that will reveal itself to you in time. Okay? And through this awakening, as we can see, you will gain that clarity that's needed in order to either, as we can see right there, walk away from somebody who's really not ready for commitment because they have disappointed you. The Five of Cups is right here as well. So this is somebody who has the capability to really disappoint you, or they've already disappointed you, which is more than likely why you ended things, you walked away from them, because they were just playing with your affections. They maybe just wanted a physical connection, or they just were not exclusive with you. So you guys might not have been on the same page, is what I'm getting there. Let's see. We also have the Ten of Pentacles right here. Now look at the next card after that. So we've got the Ten of Wands, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So we've got cycles that seem to be completing here, Sagittarius. You know, the way I see the Ten of Pentacles, yes, of course, that can represent improved finances and this financial windfall that we see right here. And maybe this relationship might have affected your finances. For some of you guys, maybe this was a divorce or a legal separation that might have financially tapped you out. But this could also be telling you that your finances will improve vastly. In love and romance, however, you know, maybe at one point in time you really saw this person as husband material, wife material, that they were your perfect match, that the two of you together could conquer anything, that the future could be very happy and secure, that you felt this incredible strong bond with them. But the reality of it is, or at least the way it's presenting itself here, is that they were just playing with you, or your heart, your affections. They weren't taking things seriously, and it really hurt you. That's just ultimately what I'm feeling here. But in time, divine timing, you will eventually be able to find relief from that pain that you've been carrying and this disappointment. And here we are with a new beginning for you. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, very abundant energy, as we can see. I have a feeling for some of you guys it might have something to do with career, your money matters, finances, struggles that you've been through in that area. You know, so you got to lay down this heaviness as well. And sometimes this is you maybe taking on way too much, you know, in order to make more money, in order to be more successful. So this is telling us here, through a new beginning, Sagittarius, you can actually be very successful in your life. So I feel career-wise, if things just haven't been panning out for you, it'll turn around. But this is also a really great card when it comes to love, because this right here is offering you the stability and security that might have been lacking with this drama right here. This is giving you a fresh new start in love, and maybe through this new beginning in time, okay, that you will be able to connect with somebody who does want what you're looking for by way of commitment and longevity. That could include marriage as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this, and let's see what else needs to come forward from the Hidden Truth Oracle here. And if they were playing with your affections, you know, karma has a way of teaching people lessons that end up hurting other people. So let's see, what is their hidden truth behind their actions and why they did what they did? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. I replay our conversations over and over. Wow. So whatever you guys spoke about, maybe there's something that you said that really packed a punch, you know, that really drove your point home to this person. we'll clarify, of course, with some tarot. What else do they need to share with you? Some of these words could also be what is in your heart space and what it is that you would like to say to the person you're thinking about. Now, this is really interesting. Look at this. I wish I could take back my words. So they've got some regrets here, Sagittarius. Certain things that they might have told you or said that were either said out of spite or anger, but I'm ultimately feeling here they now regret it. So many things remind me of you. So we might have a situation here where they wanted to initially just play and not commit, but we might have one of those things where the tables have turned, you know, and maybe now you're looking at this person and realizing that it was actually for the best that you guys parted ways, you know, and now here they are still thinking about you possibly, and maybe even wanting to revisit the partnership because maybe now they are actually ready for that commitment and wanting to bring in that solid offer that the Ace of Pentacles is wanting to bring in. But maybe at this point you've either moved on to somebody new or you're content being single and taking your time before you dive into the next relationship. Okay, so let's grab some clarifying messages. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. So there's something about prior conversations that they still are possibly haunted by, okay? Now look at this, 9 of Wands. Sagittarius, Wands represents fire energy. You, of course, represent fire. So when I designed this deck, and this is just how the 9 of Wands feels for me, you know, you might have been through a lot. You might have suffered some setbacks in your love life. They might have even broken your heart, brought you to tears. And, you know, we've got that dark cloud right there. But we also have the sun right here, you know, and of course the sun in tarot represents such joy and happiness. So you will have that again. You absolutely will. Right now, there is this need for you to heal with that 4 of Swords. Taking time to focus on yourself. Taking time to even be on your own. Maybe, again, you know, being single and just content with focusing on you. Or you're just not ready to dive into another relationship after having experienced heartbreak, you know. And that's absolutely okay. So this right here is recuperation time. And I feel for those of you that relate to that, you need that time, okay? So look at this. We've got the 6 of Wands. We've got the Ace of Pentacles again. So there's something tied into that. And I kind of even feel, Sagittarius, for those of you that relate to this, this has something to do with your job as well. Your livelihood, your life purpose, being recognized for all of your efforts right here. This right here is victory. It's recognition for all of the hard work. Okay, and you're meant to be successful. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles right next to that. So I can't help but feel for you that when it comes to your finances, at least, possibly even the second half of the month, things are going to be looking up. For some of you guys, there could be a raise, there could be a promotion, it could even be a new job, a new chapter, a new beginning to bring you that abundance. Okay? But these things can also apply to your love life, Sagittarius. That looks pretty darn good as well. Because this, as I've mentioned, it's a solid offer that's coming your way. So maybe you had to first, or at least focus on this for now, to be able to heal your heart, to prepare yourself for what's to come, so that you can actually attract a person, or maybe you already have, you know, as we can see, the 3 of Pentacles, it's all about collaborating and working as a team, working together, so that when you do find that 2 of Cups, once again, it's a relationship that has the potential to really stick, you know, And that's why you've got that Ace of Pentacles coming in twice. This is such a beautiful energy, knowing that you have a fresh, brand new start, not just in love and romance, but it seems for some of you, it might even be tapped into career as well. Okay, so that looks really nice. All right, so I wanted to grab some dialogue messages here. All right, so let's start with the masculine. So I'm going to focus on my Thinking Man Oracle. That's volume 2. So let's take a look and see what the divine masculine, so for my feminines watching for a masculine, let's see what they're thinking right now when it comes to you. Angels and spirit guides, please. What does the divine masculine want to say to the feminine? Now, this particular deck, it is geared more so towards a male divine masculine, but of course, you know, take it how it makes sense for you, since I'm just tapped into energy. Whoever represents the divine masculine energy for this reading. All right, so what does the masculine want to say to the feminine? I fantasize about you 24/7. Remember, guys, what we've seen, they are replaying the conversations over and over again. So many things remind the masculine of you, divine feminine, you know, and maybe, divine feminine, you're able to relate to that as well. Some of those fantasies could certainly be very sexual in nature. Let's grab a couple more messages from the masculine to the feminine. You are a true blessing to me. And the bottom of the deck, look at this. I love you. Okay? So, divine feminine, if you experienced, for example, a masculine who hurt you because they either abandoned the relationship or, again, they weren't ready for commitment, they just wanted to play with your affections, the tables, as I've mentioned, it's turned, because now they're telling you here that they love you. They really do. Okay? So let's now take a look at some messages here on behalf, if I can actually grab my deck here, on behalf of the feminine. So I'll be using my Voices 2 deck. So divine feminine, what do you want to say to the masculine here? What are you thinking at this point in time? So we have a masculine fantasizing about the feminine, feeling that you are a blessing and that they love you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the feminine, what needs to come forward? I could never put into words how much you mean to me, because those words don't exist. I love you will have to do. You guys actually still love each other. Wow. Look at the next message. Don't leave me in the dark, because someone else will recognize the light I hold within my heart. What we've seen in this reading, guys, is we might have perhaps a divine masculine who wasn't ready for commitment. Possibly didn't even declare their love because they might have had one foot out the door. Or they just might not have been very expressive towards the feminine here. But what the feminine is basically saying to this masculine is, if you don't recognize the value that I hold in your life, or when I was with you, someone else will fill that void. Someone else will play that role in my life. And if you want to miss out, then, you know, it could be a missed opportunity anyway at this point. But if they want to win you back, divine feminine, then they're going to have to really work. However, look at this. My fantasies run wild when I think of you. You guys, really, you're both fantasizing about each other. the love is clearly still here, but the divine feminine, just based off of this, is not putting their life on hold, waiting for this masculine, just keeping the door open basically to welcome in new love. So it really depends on how soon or how the masculine will take action to be able to fix this situation. Okay, so that's really interesting how that presented itself in that way. All right, so let's wrap it up here, guys. I wanted to grab some songs from both my volume 2 as well as my Heart Songs volume 1. So let's grab some songs and see what presents itself here. And if you don't recognize the song, see if you're able to relate to the lyrics when it comes to your love situation. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. And usually when I pick a song from here, it reminds me of a masculine energy. The Heart Songs of the 90s, more of a feminine energy for me, but you know, take it for how it makes sense. All right, song number 1, You're the Inspiration by Chicago. Now, some of you guys might be able to relate to Chicago. Maybe that's where you're watching from. That's where you or your person are from. So this does say, you know our love was meant to be, the kind of love to last forever. And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Oh my, bottom of the deck. We've got Wicked Game by Chris Isaak. The world was on fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you, and I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. This song basically, it's about pursuing desire but doing foolish things as well. And for some of you guys that relate to this, it might have been infidelity in the relationship, you know. And if this does represent the masculine, they're basically telling you here, divine feminine, that you still inspire them, that they really do feel that this love is still meant to come back together, okay, and that they are reminded of you 24/7. We've seen that. Conversations that you guys have had before, they're still really tapped into that energy. All right, so let's grab a couple songs from the Heart Songs of the 90s deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. All right, let's see. Angel by John Cicada. That could be someone's name, okay? Some of these names here could be the person you're thinking about. We have Chris, we've got John. Okay, so Angel, I can't read the future, but I still want to hold you close right now. I need that from you. So give me the morning. Sharing another day with you is all I want to know. Wow. I really do still feel that's the masculine speaking up. Maybe they miss those mornings when you guys were in each other's arms, you know, or waking up in each other's arms. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Well, you couldn't be that man that I adored. You don't seem to know or seem to care what your heart is for. I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. Our conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine. I'm torn. Oh my God. That is the feminine responding, basically, to the masculine. Masculine, more than likely, that ended up hurting the feminine. So we have a situation here where we've got a response from the feminine, perhaps, saying, you've changed. You're not the same person that I loved and adored. The one that actually valued me and seemed to care about me. You know, and it really ended up hurting the feminine here. Conversation has run dry. So you guys are clearly no longer talking. However, we go back to this. They are replaying those conversations over and over in their head. You see? There's something that you said here, I feel, Divine Feminine, that really packed a punch, you know, when it comes to the masculine. And I feel it kind of hurt them as well, you know. And maybe they weren't expecting you to either say certain things to them or take it to that level, however way that unfolded. There's something about maybe the last conversation before communication was cut off. That seems to be what's presenting itself here. But we also have seen that we have, more than likely, a divine masculine who really wants to reconnect with the feminine and just wanting another chance. And it's totally up to you, Divine Feminine, if that can even happen. Okay? So let's grab some healing messages to wrap this up here. Let's go ahead and grab some advice. Healing messages from the angels. And of course, all the decks you see here will be linked down below. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Healing messages, please, to wrap up this reading for the second half of July. You have the support, okay? You have the support of friends, family, the angels, your spirit guides, okay? A higher power, whatever your faith might be. The support is there. You're not meant to go on this journey alone. You've got the support system. Now, look at this. The soulmate card is right after it. So, if your love life has been dealing with some ups and downs, just know that you have the support of the universe, certainly, to be able to propel your life forward where you can find happiness. Look at this. Look at these cards. Forgiveness. New beginnings, Sagittarius. So in order to move forward, there has to be forgiveness. And the way I see this, you know, it might even be a conversation that may never happen between you and this person that hurt you. But the forgiveness has to be perhaps something that you do on your own for some of you guys. If you never have that opportunity to ever see this person again or to interact with them ever again, it might be a chapter that's closed. Okay, now for some of you guys, maybe you will have the opportunity to actually reconnect in person, and maybe they will bring in that apology or closure or however that conversation needs to happen in order for the healing to continue, in order for your heart to fully heal, so that you can welcome in this new beginning, either through a reconnection with a soulmate from your past or a new beginning in love altogether. And look at this. Here's abundance. So abundance comes in many, many forms, certainly financially, monetarily, you know, but it could also be through your friends, your family, and certainly in love. All right, guys, so that's what's coming in for you for the second half of July. I hope there's something here that you're able to relate to. All right, guys, so thank you so very much, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.